36-yarder. Does not have the leg. And Chris Davis takes it in the back of the end zone. He'll run it out to the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45. There goes Davis. Oh, my God. Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn's going to win the football game. He ran the missed field goal back. He ran it back 109 yards. They're not going to keep him off the field tonight. Holy cow.
Welcome to the Press Box Podcast. My name is Joe. With me today, I only have Adam.
Hey, Uncle Tickle. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for asking. Poke. Yeah, my nieces and nephew were in the room today. My room, or before I heard the podcast started, and I threatened to tickle them. And I'm their uncle,
and we heard it all.
Yep, they heard it all. Him and Ethan, who's recording this thing.
He's dying.
Yeah, he's dying.
Or rubbing one out into the furry porn he has.
I hate you both so much.
And that was the voice of Ethan. But anyway, this is the Press Box. We talk about sports. We'll bring up the things we saw in Ethan's little image folder up on the next Freezer Bright podcast.
My 2 weeks notice is gonna be in tomorrow.
Nope, sorry, you're in the long haul, buddy.
Sorry, it's gonna be lost to cyberspace.
Yep. And even if you do leave, we always have someone else to record it, and the Gmail, so you won't stop us now. Anyway, big news in the sports world. Carmelo Anthony gets traded.
To the Thunder.
To the Thunder of all people.
For
why?
Doug McDermott and
Doug McDermott, Enes Kanter, and a 2018 second-round pick. What were the Knicks thinking?
I mean, Doug McDermott's not bad.
No, he's not. I'm not saying he was. I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying what they're thinking.
But you also have to realize, Knicks were screwed no matter what this year. And probably next year and the next few years after that.
I don't know. Kristaps Porzingis is a pretty good player. And Enes Kanter's a pretty good defensive center. So, you got a couple of big guys there that can help them shore up their defense and probably get a couple of inside points easy.
Yeah. But other than that, I mean, they're not going to make a big splash.
Oh, no.
For at least 5, maybe 6 years.
Maybe. The Celtics are going to make a big splash. Celtics are probably going to make a bigger splash than not Cleveland. Knicks are. Who knows what Cleveland's going to do? Who knows?
Oh, man. If only there was an event going on in June. Man, I wonder what that could be for the Cavaliers.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Yeah. But
Sorry, I was looking up. I was on my Google Docs thing. I was opening up my notes. Keep going.
The Thunder, I had high hopes for them. But ever since Melo demanded a trade, I've been saying whoever gets him will suffer regression. At least I was saying that about the Rockets, where he wanted to go.
Yeah.
But the Thunder, they've got Russell Westbrook and Carmelo Anthony on the same team.
Ooh.
Westbrook is good.
Yeah.
You pair him with when somebody like Melo, how long until their egos clash?
I think they're both ball hogs, and they're gonna be vying for possession of the ball most of the game, and they're not gonna do that great.
And it's even funnier because I guess this is Westbrook's last year in Oklahoma City, unless he re-ups with them. So they're going to have to walk a tightrope between making him happy and making Melo happy.
Yep.
Who do you think's going to want the ball 51% time, and the other one's just going to throw a hissy fit because he's not getting an even share? I mean,
I think the likelihood of Russell staying the entire season is not very high. I don't think he's going to be on the Thunder for the entire season. He might be, but I don't think he will be. Seeing as how is this his contract year, or is it next year's contract year?
I think this is his contract year.
Okay, so if he's going to be expecting a big payday. Yeah, and I don't see the Thunder being able to shell out the money, so they might trade him later this year.
Well, who do you think he'll be traded to?
I'm trying to think big market teams. I would say the Lakers, but they just got drafted Lonzo Ball, and they probably might. This is just a little speculation, but big thing going on around right now is that LeBron James is going to opt out of his Cleveland contract this year and take his talents to LA, and that be the quote unquote team to beat. So
yeah,
I'm trying to think a team they could trade to and get something back. It's tough. Miami's got a pretty good guard, Goran Dragic, and I can see them probably trading to Miami for Goran Dragic, maybe a couple of draft picks, just for the because he's a less known name and he's probably going to be coming at a much cheaper price than what Russell will be coming at.
So you're thinking Miami mainly?
I'm thinking Miami maybe, and I think he's going to go to a East Coast team because if you really think about it, it's not a lot of West Coast big players that can still go for a point guard, that can still make trades and have the things for trades for a point guard. San Antonio. I mean, he could go to San Antonio, but they just got Chris Paul, right?
No, Houston has Chris Paul.
Houston has Chris Paul. Okay, so who did San Antonio just get? I know they just got a pretty good point guard recently.
I think it's still Tony Parker.
Oh. I mean, okay, well, there you go. He could be traded to San Antonio. But I think he's going to get switched to outside the division because if you really think about it, there's not many choices left within the division to go to. I mean, Denver's not a very big market team. Probably not going to get anything back. Utah, I don't think they're going to get anything back. They just also traded for Ricky Rubio.
Oh, yeah, they did.
Yep. There's no Seattle team. Golden State, I don't think you're going to get anything back because you'd probably be asking for someone like Klay Thompson or Steph Curry back in that trade, and you're not going to get either, so that's gone. Clippers don't have anything except for draft picks. They don't have a good point guard to get back in return, so they're out.
Yeah,
like I said,
Clippers are going to do nothing.
Yeah, like I said, Lakers, not Lockers. Lakers just drafted a pretty good point guard, Lonzo Ball, so I don't think they're going to be on the trade market for D'Angelo. Why do I want to say D'Angelo Russell? He's already, I don't know. Russell.
He's been traded to the Nets. Poor guy.
So, if anything, it's going to be switching conferences from the West to the East. I'm thinking maybe the top 3 teams that could go for him in a trade are Chicago, Miami, and I don't think that Orlando's got the stuff for the things for it. They might. So I just watch Orlando just see if anything happens there.
So you think Orlando is the dark horse?
I think Orlando's the dark horse. I mean, they're not like super big, but they have won championships. It's not like they're some of the teams out there like the Philadelphia 76ers, where they haven't won any teams and they have all the talent in the world.
You're not wrong. But I honestly think he's going to play out this season with the Thunder. If he goes to a different team, I'd say next year. And I honestly think he might go to the Heat.
Yep. I mean, the Heat's pretty good destination for him because right now they don't have any like big name guys, and he can be like the guy to draw in the crowds. And the Heat have a pretty good center. I believe Hassan Whiteside's still center in Miami. So
as far as I know.
Yeah, so I mean he's a good center. He's good at defensively and offensively. Here's a little fancy basketball talk for you all that are listening, all two of you. I would go with a late round if he's still available in the late rounds. Take Hassan Whiteside. He'll get you the points for defense and everything. So he'll get your rebounds. So there's that.
I mean, Whiteside's pretty underrated.
Yep.
I mean, people don't give him enough credit for putting in the work.
No, absolutely not. So I think me and Adam come to an agreement here that if Russell Westbrook does end up getting traded or goes to a different team, it'd probably end up in Miami.
Yeah.
Which is odd for us to agree on something, considering the last time me and you were on a sports podcast together.
That was only 5 days, or not 5 days, but 5 weeks ago.
5 months ago. What are you talking about? I'm just kidding. No, it was
it was 100.
No, it was closer than that. I was just doing for hyperbole, but I was talking about like the Hunter Henry, Bryce Harper discussion.
I still stand by my decision.
I mean, you can stand by the wrong decision all you want. It doesn't mean it makes it any right. It makes it any more right.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess we should probably talk a little bit about baseball.
Yep, that's absolutely. I did want to bring up more topics on the NBA real quick, but okay. I don't have the list open up right now for the remaining 2017 free agents. I was going to talk about that and just get a grasp on where you think they're going to end up, but I don't have that list open right now. So, I mean, we can wait till later to do that. So
yeah,
but I got
the AL West.
Yeah, that's true. I just got just a couple things just to get out there for the NBA just to finish that off. Goran Dragic is retiring from the Slovenia national team, so
wow,
he's no longer going to be on the Olympic team or the European Basketball World Cup team, so he'll probably be focusing more time on staying healthy for the Heat, and I mean, we'll see what happens to him later this season. There's new alternative uniforms made by Adidas, because I guess Adidas is the new uniform makers for the NBA. I looked at the Celtics one. It's actually pretty cool, pretty neat. It's like all green except for the letters, which are black, and it's like it looks really good. Like when you look at alternative uniforms, like the Color Rush uniforms for the NFL, they look crappy. These ones look actually pretty good.
Yeah. To be fair, the NFL Color Rush uniforms are. I mean,
depending on what team.
Say they're bad, but
it's really depending on what team is wearing them.
Ones.
Yeah. Patriots isn't that bad. It's a dark blue with red letter with like the white number and just like red outline on it, so it looks pretty neat.
Yeah.
Unlike the Rams, which is like all yellow except for the helmet with it's a blue helmet with an yellow spiral in it, like ram horns, and it just looks. I said it doesn't look that bad, but it kind of looks stupid, yeah. And this is just the last thing for the NBA. The NBA Board of Governors are going to be voting on an NBA draft lottery reform. I'm guessing that's to make sure teams like Philadelphia don't get like the number one pick 3 years in a row, 3 or 4 years in a row, something like that.
So, how would they do it? Like, worst record gets number one pick?
No, because if that happens, then Philadelphia's just going to tank every year like they have been. What I think it is you get the number one pick for the 1 year, and the next year you can get no better than 3, and then the next year after that, it goes further and further down the list, and that's just so you can you improve instead of just tanking on purpose and getting the number one pick and just being stale, I guess is a word.
Okay, so essentially in this case of get the first pick 1 year, you're out of the top, or you get the third pick at the very least.
Yep. After that, you're into top. The very least you can get is top 5, is number 5, and then further down. Keeps just going down. So if you really think about it, there's 32 teams. So if you continue tanking for 32 or however many straight seasons, you might end up with the last pick, even though you have the worst record, just because you decided to tank instead of playing basketball and going for a win instead of
But at the same time, it's also harming the teams that actually do try to improve.
Yeah.
If a star player goes down.
Yeah, I'm talking about specifically Philadelphia, though. That's the only team I'm specifically talking about, because they've had the pick for a number one pick. They've had the opportunity to be the number one pick for like 5 years, and 3 out of 5 of those years, they were the number one pick. And it's just like, why? They've had Joel Embiid go down with an injury, whoop-de-freaking-do. And then, so like, last year he was healthy until like last month, and they're like, oh, we're just going to sit him and Ben Simmons. They're both healthy, why wouldn't you play them?
Wasn't Ben Simmons injured as well?
What was that?
Wasn't Ben Simmons injured as well?
He was, but he was healthy for like the last month, and they're just like, no, sit. We'll just take the worst record again. But they didn't have the worst record. I mean, Brooklyn had the worst record, but Brooklyn has no players, so.
Yeah, but I don't blame them for sitting Simmons for the last month. I mean, last time a supposedly great player played in time they didn't need to play in, they suffered a torn ACL. Yes, I'm talking about Derrick Rose.
I mean, Derrick Rose is a completely different person. He's got issues that he needs to take care of.
I'm going to say this. Okay.
All right, go ahead, say it.
In 2011, I believe it was, he went down with the ACL injury. He suffered the injury because he was still in the game. They didn't need him in the game. The Bulls could have put somebody else in.
They could have, but they didn't.
Yeah. And people act like people are surprised that he's still getting injured. Look at what that season did to him.
Yeah, well.
Okay? He may have won the MVP that year, but he suffered an ACL injury. It kept him out for the following year, and certainly every fan turned on him.
It's not like every fan turned on him. I'm sure there's still a lot of Chicago fans who are like, we're kind of thankful that he was here, but he got traded. It's not like he left on free agency. It's not like he went to a team that offered him more money even though he was injured. Yeah, he was traded, so there's a little more leniency.
Everyone wanted him to play, and he said he wanted to take it slow. I get that. The Bulls allowed him to take it slow. And look what happened. Now, he's a bench player, which is upsetting.
Like Cleveland Cavaliers.
That's not upsetting, really.
he can still win a ring, even though he's on the bench.
I mean, he was such a good player, and think about what could have been had he not gotten injured. Okay.
Well, here's an interesting topic to talk about. I just thought about this. Cleveland Cavaliers, who's going to be the starting point guard? Because Isaiah's not going to be available for the first few weeks of the season, and I don't know if Derrick Rose will be, the guy they're going to go to. So, who's going to be their starter?
Probably LeBron James.
Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? All right, you wanted to move. Did you want to move on to baseball now, or did you want to have something else to say about? All right.
We can move on to baseball.
All right. So big news going on in baseball. Playoffs are beginning, and almost all the conferences, conferences, I guess you can call them, have divisions. Yeah, have already have their divisions clinched, except for one, the AL East. Red Sox are number one. Are the
Red
top
Sox
team
clinched
there?
the playoff berth, though.
They did clinch a playoff berth. They haven't clinched the division because they're still 3 ahead of the Yankees with 8 games left to go. They need the Yankees to lose 2 games for them and them to win 2 games in order to clinch the division. Magic number is 5.
Okay. So their magic number is 5 now?
Yep.
Okay. I know Central hasn't been clinched yet.
Oh, how is it? That one hasn't been clinched yet? I thought it was.
Nope. Cubs are in first place. Their magic number, if the Pirates win or won today, will be 4. And essentially, if the Cubs win tomorrow, it would drop down to 3 at the least. Because everything is going to be dependent on if the Pirates win and the Cardinals lose. Because Cardinals win, they're in second place. But if the Cardinals lose, the Cubs' magic number should drop again.
Yeah, it's obvious. So the Cubs they're still the number 1 team in that division, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure. I have been keeping up with the NL Central, not AL Central. That's pretty much one right there.
The Brewers were crushed these past few days. Like 3 straight walk-off losses.
Oh, that stinks.
Well, not walk-offs, but extra innings.
Oh man. I really like the Brewers. They won tonight.
Yeah. They won in extra innings again.
Yeah. I mean the Red Sox have played they played the Orioles 3 games, and 2 of those 3 games went into extra innings, and they won both of them. Which brings their record to, I believe, 15-3 in extra innings this year.
Ooh,
they've played the most. Good. They've played the most extra innings, and they've won the most extra inning games.
Well, fun fact about the Cubs today: Wade Davis blew the save.
Yep.
For the first time this season, and the Cubs were one of 4 teams that did not allow a walk-off home run until today.
Yep, and you know who hit that home run?
I can't remember his name.
His name is Travis Shaw. He was on the Red Sox last year, starting third baseman until, Brock Holt came back and then he kind of took over. And they traded him away for Tyler Thornburg, who has not pitched for the Red Sox at all this year.
Sounds about right.
He's hit 31 home runs this year, and we got a guy who hasn't even pitched for us. So
sounds about right.
Good move there. You won the deal, Red Sox. You got a guy who never even pitched for you. He might be there for the playoffs, but you don't know how good he's going to do.
Well, with the talk of playoffs, you want to give some early predictions?
Sure. Let's go with the wild card. Yankees and Twins are the 2 in the American League, if I believe. Is it Yankees and Twins or Yankees and Angels? Just give me a second.
Okay.
I'm searching up the MLB wild card races right now. See where each whatever.
Each team is.
Yeah, my brain is fried right now because I have no idea what's called division standings. I'm confused. Excuse me. Yeah, so for the 2 for the American League are the Yankees and Twins, with the Rangers being 3.5 games out. So it looks like the Yankees and Twins are going to be the 2 teams to be in there. But who knows? In the National League, you got Arizona Diamondbacks and the Colorado Rockies, and the Rockies only 1.5 games ahead of the Cardinals and the Brewers.
Okay.
Ready for this? This is what the wild card standings look like for the National League just like the ones that are outside. Cardinals and Brewers are 1.5 games out, and in the third team that's in the race, the Marlins 10.5 games out.
Jesus.
It's a huge drop off there.
Yeah.
So, just going with what's information is given to us now. With the wild card, who do you think is going to be winning in National League, Diamondbacks or the Rockies?
I think Diamondbacks.
Think so?
Just because, yeah.
It's a one-game playoff, so anything can happen. That's the problem with this.
I know, but
I think it would have been good if it was like a best-of-3 series, like a normal, what's it called?
playoff series.
Yeah, not a playoff series. Just a regular series, just a regular season series. You know how they play like a team 3 or 4 games in a week or something like that. So it's just like that, but it's not. So
I enjoyed the one-game playoff because, like you said, anything can happen.
Yeah. So you think Diamondbacks? I'm gonna go with Rockies.
Okay. Why do you think?
I think that because I just think that Nolan Arenado there, the Rockies' third baseman, I think for that one-game playoff, he's going to try and do the best he can to keep his team in the playoff race. That's speaking right now. There's still 8 games to go, so they could fall out of the wild card thing and give it up to the Brewers or the Cardinals, who are just 1.5 behind. Then we'd be talking about them next week instead of the Rockies.
Yeah.
But Diamondbacks are a good team. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy the Diamondbacks. I like the Rockies better. I think they have a better chance offensively to get in than
I like the Rockies as well, but they've been struggling this year, so
they have.
It's just a case of trying to choose the right one.
Yeah.
And at this point, there really is no correct one yet.
Yeah, definitely. It's just going to be interesting to see what happens in that series, if anything.
You're not wrong.
All right, we're just going to keep going with the NL. So, looking at this, the winner of that wild card game would be facing against the Dodgers because they have the best record in the National League. So it would be either Dodgers versus Diamondbacks or Dodgers versus Rockies, which is still an inter-division game.
Matchup?
Yeah, matchup. So, and then for the time being, it's Nationals versus Cubs in the other game, in the other series, the divisional series. If it's a game between Arizona and the Dodgers, I think we'll give it to the Diamondbacks. Nothing against the Dodgers. It's just recently they've been horrible. It's just not. They lost 2 out of 3 to the Phillies. The Philadelphia Phillies. That's like you going to a playground, right? A grown man going to a playground and then get beat up by a kindergartner.
Well, for those who don't understand why we're making that analogy, the Philadelphia Phillies are 61-93.
Yeah, they're horrible. It's just not great.
They're
better. They're better than the Giants by 1 game.
Yeah.
Put that in the little column for them. They are better than the Giants by 1 game.
Yeah. I mean, at least they got that going for them.
Yeah. Ooh, they're not bottom of the league this year.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think between Dodgers and Diamondbacks, I'm going to go with Diamondbacks because they seem to have more of their act together. I really like the Dodgers. I really like Yu Darvish, Clayton Kershaw, Justin Turner, Cody Bellinger, Puig. I like all those guys, but they need to get if they're gonna beat anybody in the playoffs, they need to get their acts together right now.
Yeah.
Because if they don't, they're gonna lose in the first round.
That's why I love baseball. Like, if a team gets hot at the right moment,
Yeah.
you can guarantee they can at least get through a series.
Yep.
Dodgers, hold up real quick.
Okay. I'm just gonna put this out there. If it's Dodgers versus Rockies in the DS, I'm gonna say Dodgers win, just because Rockies are
Yeah,
a little outgunned there.
without a doubt. But in their last 6 or last 10 games,
Yep.
the Dodgers are 6-4.
Oh, baby, that's a little bit better than a 500. You need to be winning more of those games. You should be at least 8-2. Especially against the Phillies. You lost 2 of those games to the Phillies. 2 of those 4 games you lost to the freaking Phillies.
Okay. So, if it is Arizona, I see them pulling out the upset.
Yeah.
But it'll be a close series.
It will. It will be a well-fought series, but I think the Diamondbacks will come out victorious over the Dodgers. If it's that series. If it's Rockies versus Dodgers, I think the Dodgers will. I think it'll be 4 games, but they'll win. I think the Rockies will get at least a 1 win. If they get more, then it's a bonus for them. All right, the next one would be Nationals versus Cubs, which can change due to the fact that the Cubs are only so many games ahead of Cardinals and Brewers, so that can change.
4.5 games ahead.
Okay, so if they lose every one of these games, and either the Brewers or the Cardinals win every one of these games, it means they'll be taking over the number 1 spot instead of the Cubs, and the Cubs will be out of the playoffs.
Yep.
Which will be a stark contrast to what happened last year.
Oh, you're telling me.
I'm pretty sure the city of Chicago will riot again due to the fact that
I don't think they would.
How did we? It's basically the same team. There's not much faces that have changed, and it's just they didn't win as many games this year as they did last year. The team's been more injured this year than it was last year. I think that's a big problem with them. It's the injuries.
Yeah.
So,
but
it'll be interesting. But if it's the Nationals and Cubs, I'm gonna give it to the Nationals. I think the Nationals move on to the NLCS, and I think for the National League, I think the Nationals are gonna be my team. I think they're gonna come out of the National League and go to the World Series.
Really?
Yeah. They're going to get Bryce Harper back soon, and he's going to be wanting to get to the World Series. He's going to try everything he can. They have Max Scherzer, one of the best pitchers in Major League Baseball right now. Steven Strasburg's been playing really good. I'm not sure. Do they have what's his name? The Trey Turner. Do they have Trey Turner back? Is he not injured anymore? Because he's a good player.
Hold up.
All right.
I can find that out.
All right, you find that out. I'll just keep talking about the Nationals. Yeah, I just think they're going to be, if anything, they're going to be the team to beat in National League. They may not have as good of a record as the Dodgers, but records mean nothing in the playoffs. You could have a 150-win season going into the playoffs, and you lose that, and you can lose that in 7 games or 4 games or however many games it takes.
Okay. So, I think Trey Turner did return.
Okay.
Because as of August 29th, CBS Sports reported that he would.
All right.
But again, he could get injured again.
Yeah, anybody can get injured.
Yeah. But I would honestly say that I know it's going to sound biased because I'm a fan of the Cubs, but I think they will win just because, like you said, the makeup of the team isn't that different. But you look at their bullpen situation now as opposed to last year, I think it's gotten better.
You think so?
Yeah. I mean, I know people are going to say that they don't have Chapman anymore.
No.
But look at what he's been doing this year. Not a whole lot of good.
No.
Whereas Davis, as mentioned earlier, blew his first save of the year just today. So
That's pretty impressive right there. So you're saying Cubs are going to beat the Nationals?
yeah,
Yeah? That's.
I'm saying that.
I mean, that's pretty bold to say that, but it could happen. Like, playoffs, anything can happen, really. So, who knows? Maybe they can go for the repeat.
It really depends on the Dodgers series, though.
Yep. Yeah, it's true.
If the Dodgers win, they're going to have home field advantage.
Oh, they're going to have home field advantage regardless because they have the best record in the league.
In
Unless
the
they lose.
DL.
Unless they lose. Yeah, in the NL. If they lose, then they'll lose like the next six out of 8 games, and say Nationals or Cubs, when they both
It'd have to be the Nationals.
Yeah, it'd have to be the Nationals because Cubs are 86, and that's 12 games. So, yeah. The Nationals would have to win the next 6 out of 8 games or 7 out of 8 games in order to take over that top spot. So, but they still have a good chance. So,
but everything depends on the Dodgers because if they win, I think they may beat the Cubs, but I think it will go at least 6 games in the LCS if they make it. If it's the Nationals and Dodgers, I think it's going to get at least 7 games.
All right. That's good. That's a pretty good prediction. So, who's your team coming out of the National League, do you think is going to be representing the National League in the World Series? Because I've already said mine's the Nationals coming out.
Looking at every team that potentially will be in the playoffs, I mean, I like the Cubs in the NLDS. I think they'll be able to carry it over, but again, Dodgers have too many weapons, so it's going to depend on their series and what happens after that.
Yep. Are you going to go with the tentative Cubs pick out of the National League? All right.
Okay.
All right. That's not a bad pick. I mean, there's still a good team. It's not like I'm saying they're like a horrible team. All the teams in this are going to be well deserving of being in the playoffs.
It's just a case of.
It's just a case of who's going to be hot and who's not going to be hot.
Yeah.
And it's going to be real tough to see. I'm going to be watching the playoffs, and I'm going to be I don't know what teams to root for, to be honest, except for one, the Red Sox, but who knows?
Well, I'm actually hoping that the Indians make it to the World Series.
Oh, boo. Boo you. Speaking of Indians, why don't we get to the American League?
Let's.
All right, so the wild card is Yankees and Twins for now, but the Rangers are only 3.5, and the Angels are Rangers are 3.5, Angels are 4. So they can both still get into it if Twins, lose. If Twins somehow lose 5 out of 8, and the other two win 5 out of 8. I mean, if you talk about 5 out of 8 too, have teams winning 5 out of 8, you still have the Rays and Royals in the mix too. So, if we're going to like 5 out of 8 games, if any of those 4 teams wins the next 5, they can all be in the potential for the Twins spot. So, something to keep an eye on right there is the American League. National League, pretty cut and dry. It's going to be those 2 teams. This one's American League's a little more close. So, who knows? Who really knows? But if we're going with the information given to us now, which is Twins and Yankees, who do you think and why?
You know what? I'm actually going to do something different.
Oh boy.
With the information given to us right now,
Yep.
I think the Twins will win it.
Ooh. You know what?
I think
Just me being a Red Sox fan, I'm a little biased, but I'm going to say Twins win it. I don't want to see the Yankees in it.
I don't think Judge is going to be able to handle the pressure. Neither will Sanchez.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're both young players, so it's going to be tough for them to, handle all the pressure that's going to be given to them. All the
attention, like,
yeah,
I know they're in New York, but
the spotlight's going to be solely on them for the World Series.
Yeah,
because all Yankee fans are going to be looking at them to get the home runs in crunch time, or to make the plays, to get the stolen bases, get those guys out.
Yeah.
So.
But on top of that, Yankees are 86 and 68, but how good has their starting pitching been? How good has their bullpen been? Minnesota, you know what you're getting with them, okay? Yeah. And I think they're going to win it by a score of 3-1.
Ooh, so you think the Yankees are going to get one game at least?
Well, since it's the wild card game, it'll be the only game. But
oh yeah, sorry. Do you think they're going to win 3-1? Okay, I see what you mean now.
Yeah.
All right. So moving on from that, we both say the Twins are going to win. So with that information, it'll be Twins versus Indians, which is once again a inter-division
matchup.
Yeah, series, matchup, rivalry, whatever word you want used to describe that.
I just call it a sweep.
You just call it a sweep? You think the Indians are going to sweep the Twins?
Yeah.
I think it'll at least go to 5 games.
I don't think so, because the Indians, they're a good team still.
I think the Twins are going to be... I just think the Twins are going to be the... They're not going to be the team to beat. They're just going to be like that dark horse that pushes your team to the limit, because they have the power and the pitching. So
that's fair.
So they're close. I can say that right now. If the Twins make it into the playoffs, they're real close to being a good playoff team. They just need that extra something, like an actual bona fide ace for the.
They need an ace and a veteran presence.
Yep, that's exactly what they need.
Something like a Ben Zobrist.
Someone like a David Ortiz.
Yeah. And if only they had somebody like David Ortiz. Hey, remember that one team David Ortiz played on before he went to the Red Sox?
Oh, you mean the Twins?
Yeah. But they're kicking themselves for that decision.
The Twins had both Poppy and Torrey Hunter, and they let them both go. And you're sitting here like, and you're like, these are both I'm sure at the time you couldn't say they were both going to be future Hall of Famers, but you were sitting there, you were probably like, oh, thank God. But now you're probably looking at the trade like, these are both Hall of Famers. How do we ever make this dumb of a trade? So, it's always something.
Yep.
So you're saying Indians in a sweep?
Yeah.
I'm saying Indians to a full series, like a full divisional series of 5 games.
Okay.
That's gonna be a hard fought battle. Astros versus Red Sox. And you know what I'm already gonna say, because I'm biased.
Yeah.
Being a Boston boy, I'm biased. I'm gonna say the Red Sox, just because their pitching is actually starting to get it together. Their pitching is really starting to get it together. The bullpen in the last month, 2 months, 3 months, has been the best bullpen in Major League Baseball. The Pomeranz is a surprise coming out of last year. Chris Sale's been Chris Sale. Rodriguez pitched a gem tonight. Fister's been pretty good. He's had a couple of games where he's had a tough time, but he's been pretty good. Only problem I see with the Red Sox pitching staff right now is Porcello and Price. What are you going to do with those two?
especially Price.
Especially
He's
Price.
your
He's already in the bullpen.
217 million man.
I know. What were they thinking? Signing him to that kind of contract. Oh man.
They were thinking he could be their John Lester or something like that.
Yeah, well, it didn't
But
pan out, did it?
no,
No,
I mean, who knows? Maybe Sale will be their John Lester.
yeah, maybe. I know one thing about the Red Sox right now that's probably got a lot of people, skeptical of them even getting that far into the playoffs. The offense is just anemic sometimes. Sometimes they'll go out and give you a wonderful performance of getting like 10, 11 runs, and the next game they'll lose 3-0.
Yeah.
So there's that. They don't have that veteran presence in the dugout. You say Hanley Ramirez is a veteran presence? No, he's not.
No, it's actually funny because the reasons why you say that you don't think the reason you're saying people are concerned about for the Red Sox, that's the exact reason why I think Houston will beat them.
Yep.
Because they've got Verlander, and Verlander's actually pretty good in the playoffs.
Yep, he is. Keuchel, they got Keuchel too, who's good.
Yeah.
And they got a better offense. I'll say that right now. They have a better offense than the Red Sox do. So.
Yeah. But more than that, I just think they're going to want it more. I think they want to prove that they are a great team.
Yeah.
And
I think
the Red Sox would definitely confirm that.
Yep. I mean, a storied team like the Red Sox losing to the quote unquote newcomers of the Astros, it's pretty big news right there. That'll at least get you more TV time.
Yeah.
But I still think that it's going to be the Red Sox coming out in that matchup.
Okay.
I think we could both agree that it'll probably go to 5 games if those two face each other.
Yeah.
Just because they both have great pitching, especially I've already said about the Red Sox. They both have great starters and their bullpens are really great. It's just the question of the Red Sox offense for me. That's the big question mark right there. Yeah. That's the only question mark.
Whereas Houston, you can honestly say everything's checked off.
Yeah. I mean, except for shortstop. I mean, isn't Correa? Correa's still out. He's going to be out for the rest of the year. So.
I believe so.
So he's not going to be. He's not going to be happy that he missed this, but it's going to make him want to do better for next year. Because if they do lose to the Red Sox, he'll be thinking, if I were just there, we would have won. Or if they somehow make it to the World Series and win the World Series, he'll be like, I would have loved to been a major part of this. I should really keep healthy and come in. I'm not saying he's out of shape. I'm just saying come in shape.
Yeah. But so you want to talk about the ALCS matchup you have?
My ALCS matchup is not Twins, Indians versus the Red Sox, which is what's the ALDS thing was last year, and the Red Sox went 3-1, or did they get swept? I can't remember.
They got swept.
Okay, I blocked that memory out of my head. All I know is they were in the playoffs and then they were out of the playoffs. That's all I remember. I mean, the Red Sox faced Cleveland earlier this year, and they did pretty good against them, except for when Sale was pitching. Sale seems to have a problem against the Indians when he pitches against them. Maybe because he was in their division for so long, the batters know how to hit on Sale, so maybe that's why. Yeah. So that could just be it. He may just have to go into the if it's those two teams in the ALCS, he just may have to change some stuff up, change some signs or whatever. Maybe develop a new pitch or something. But
yeah.
Once again, it's a question of the offense. Because the Red Sox, I just can't tell you how good the pitching's been for the last couple months, the last few weeks. It's just been so good. But the offense is just so...
Horrible?
It's not horrible, it's just frustrating, because you'll see them win these games with big scores and everything, but then they'll go and lose 1-0, 3-0, scores that they should have easily, come back from, at least made it a good game, but they'll get shut out. I'm good. This is tough for me. I want to say the Red Sox, because I think the Red Sox can do it, but it's just the offense just keeps getting back in my head. Like, what if they can't do it? What if the offense can't do it? What if the pitching is so fantastic, but the offense just does nothing? Oh.
Okay.
But I'm gonna go with a tentative Red Sox in 6 games.
Ooh. I mean, that's pretty fair. Now, my matchup, the Indians had the Astros.
It'd be the Astros and Indians, because right now the Indians have a better record. 5 games ahead of... 5 or 6, I can't remember. It's 2. Never mind. I'm dumb.
Yeah. Barely.
Oh.
I think it's been 7 games. And I think the... I want to see the Astros win, but...
There's a lot of unknowns with this Astro team, though. They got a lot of young guys that just...
Yeah. Like...
They don't know how they're going to react to being in the World Series or into the ALCS, as it is.
Yeah. I mean, the Indians... I think they're hungrier.
Yeah.
They were there last year. They went the full distance. They just couldn't win it.
Yeah.
I think that's going to motivate them to get back there.
I mean, their pitching staff's been getting better. Clevenger, Bauer, Kluber. Dogs are barking. Yeah. Thank you, dogs. But I think that's just going to be... I think it's going to be an interesting thing if it's those 2 teams. It's going to be the ALCS, no matter who it's going to be, is going to be interesting, because whether it's Astros or Red Sox or Indians or Yankees or Twins. Yeah. It's just going to be an interesting series all around. This whole playoff series, everything, this has got me really torn on who I think is going to win. Oh, man.
Like,
there's so many teams I like.
Like,
I can honestly say I don't care for the Indians. I really like the Astros, though. I really like the Red Sox, and I really like the Twins. And National League, I really like Dodgers. I like the Cubs. I like the Nationals, Diamondbacks, and Rockies. All those teams I like. And it's going to be really tough. So it's just going to be... Oh, man. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. It's going to be good playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be real good. And no matter which teams make it to the World Series, it's going to be a good World Series, too.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that's all we care.
I think this is going to be the year that this is going to be the year that surprises everyone. Okay?
I mean, if we're going with surprises, we're going to have the World Series would end up being the Rockies and the Twins. That'd be like the real surprise.
The thing is, like, both teams could easily do it.
Yeah, I know. That's scary thing. Both teams could easily be the World Series. That could easily be the World Series right there.
And it's just going to be a case of,
like we said, beginning of this whole
playing.
like we said at the beginning of this whole segment, who's hot at the time and who's not.
Yeah.
So that's.
I will say this much. I think that the World Series this year, it'll go 7 games again.
Yeah, it'll definitely go 7 games. No matter who's playing, it's going to go 7 games. You didn't give your AL winner. I'm sorry, I cut you off.
Oh, that's fine. To be honest, I want the Astros to win, but without Correa, I think the Indians will.
All right, so you
I
will.
think they're going to. I think they're going to exploit the lack of Correa.
All right. I mean, that's solid right there. That's a solid pick right there. But so your World Series is Cubs and Indians, right?
Yep.
All right. My World Series is Nationals Red Sox. Either way, that's a really good. That's a really good freaking World Series.
Not just that, but Cleveland and Cubs, they won it last year.
Yeah.
But they're only like maybe a 6 hour drive away.
Yeah.
And I think you could.
Nationals and Red Sox. You can get there. You could get there in a day. I did it. I went to DC for my 8th grade trip, and I was in Lexington, and that took us. I mean, we got there like at sunset, so we didn't get to do much sightseeing, but we got there. So it's easily a day drive.
I mean, it's just something that I found funny because they're both so close.
I know.
In distance.
I know.
That, like,
if you ask me which will be the better series, I think it'll be Red Sox and Nationals, just because you have the quote-unquote 2 best pitchers in Major League Baseball in Chris Sale and Max Scherzer.
That's fair. Admittedly, I think that would be the better series, just because after last year, there's not much that can top last year's World Series.
Yeah, I mean, that game went into extras. It was 7 games, went into extras. It was one with a walk-off.
Well, not a walk-off, but...
Okay, well, they still won. The Cubs still won.
Yeah.
So, nothing is going to top that World Series, okay?
Or that Game 7. But we've dallied enough in baseball.
Yeah.
Let's move on to football.
Yeah, let's move on. We're going to do a little, I just want to take... Well, yeah. It's too early for Super Bowl odds, so I'm just going to skip over that. We can talk about how bad the Giants are this year. Oh my god.
Are they really as bad as people are saying?
They're 0-2, and they haven't gotten I don't think they've gotten a touchdown yet this year. I could be wrong, though. I know there's a team out there that hasn't gotten a touchdown yet this year. Oh, yeah, that's Cincinnati. Cincinnati hasn't gotten a touchdown yet this year.
Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah, I remember that now.
That's sad. That is real sad. When your quarterback can't even get you 1 touchdown, your running backs can't even get you 1 touchdown. You have scored 0 touchdowns since the season began. And you're facing the Packers this week? I don't think you're going to get a touchdown this game either. I think you're going to set the new record for most amount of games without a touchdown. Oh, fucking late, man. Okay. It's 2 minutes. So, yeah, I think the Giants are just horrible this year. If you have anyone on the Giants for your fantasy football thing, I think the only player worth holding on to is probably Odell Beckham Jr. He's probably the only player worth holding on to. Eli Manning, you can probably get rid of him and you'll be fine. Just OBJ. Just keep OBJ. Give the defense get rid of it. You want to do the pickup? You want to do the picks this week? The predictions? This week's predictions, Adam?
We could.
All right, let's start it off. All right. First game is going to be at 9:30 in the morning. I believe they're playing in England? London? I don't know. That's a question mark because they're playing at 9:30. Normally you don't have a game playing that early unless it's like somewhere else.
It's in Wembley Stadium.
Okay, so yeah, it's in England. It's the Ravens versus the Jaguars, which is a poor I feel bad for the English people going to see that game.
Yeah.
Just to put it out there, I feel bad for English people.
What do you think?
I think the Ravens gonna win.
Okay, we agree on that.
I picked the Jags last week, and they disappointed me, so I'm gonna go with Ravens. I gave the Jags too much credit in their game against who they play in week 1. They just beat them, and I was just like, oh well, they're gonna be good this year. Well, I was wrong.
It happens.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna say the Ravens win that game.
Ooh.
And you say Ravens win that game too. Okay. Next game is Broncos versus Bills, and it's playing in Buffalo, so I'm gonna say Broncos.
Yeah.
I don't think it matters if they're playing in Buffalo or not. Buffalo's weird. Keep Buffalo weird. You Buffalo fans, keep it weird.
I think Buffalo will just lose.
Yeah, you think Buffalo's just gonna lose?
Yeah, I just don't have much faith in them.
That's fair. I mean, they are in the same conference as the Patriots,
East.
so good luck. Good luck there, Rex Ryan. I don't know if he's still the coach there or not. I don't know.
I don't know.
All right. Moving on, we're going with Ray Nervais Jr.'s favorite team, the Steelers, versus the Bears. In that game, I have the Steelers winning because the Bears have no quarterback.
I'm a Bears fan, but I think the Steelers will win.
Yeah, you guys have no quarterback.
Well, here's the thing. Everybody wants Trubisky in already.
Yeah.
And if you throw him in there,
he's going to get eat up because he has no offensive line to help him.
Yeah, and everybody's going to be calling for his head.
Yep.
So, keeping him out this year is smart.
Yep. I'll agree with you on that, and we'll agree that the Steelers are going to win because there's no way that the Bears beat the Steelers. I don't think.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a possible way, but I don't think so. So, moving on. It's the Saints versus the Panthers, and the Saints got blown out last week against the Patriots. The Patriots just blew them out of the water.
Yeah, I think the Panthers are going to win.
You know, just because they lost to the Patriots doesn't mean anything, because Patriots are a pretty good team, even though they've lost Edelman. So, I'm going to say the Saints win this game. I think they have a little more weapons.
Motivation.
A little more motivation, a little more weapons than Saints have, and Cam Newton's just not the same since he went to the Super Bowl.
Well, that's obvious, but I don't know. I like the Saints. I just don't see them winning this week.
I mean, it's completely possible. They could start the season 0-3.
Yeah.
It'd just be interesting to see what happens. I know, Ethan. You know what? You can, just, be you with those pictures you have, and because we're gonna talk a little long, we're gonna go a little past the time you gave us. So
yeah,
it's just what's gonna happen. We're sorry. We're sorry you have to do more editing, but there's a lot of football to talk about. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Football is very important this time of year. You're just going to have to bear with us. Ha ha, bear. All right, next game, Buccaneers versus the Vikings.
Bucks.
Oh, you're going Bucks? I'm going with Vikings. I like the Vikings.
The Vikings, to me, are the epitome of maybe they'll win, maybe they won't.
Did you say epitome?
Yeah.
It's epitome.
Epitome, epitome, whatever. I don't care.
It's epitome. It's pronounced epitome.
Well, it's also pronounced Buccaneers winning.
All right.
So take that, English.
All right. So you have Buccaneers. I have Vikings. I think no one wins. Buccaneers. Buccaneers do have some weapons, but so do the Vikings. It's going to be a good game. I think it's going to be a good game. I'm not saying it's going to be like an instant classic, but it's going to be a good game.
Now, if you want to talk about instant classics, Browns versus Colts.
Oh, man.
Ooh.
Woo! Throwing a little.
Is it possible for both teams to lose?
I don't think so. Throwing a little throwing a little Crash Bandicoot whoa meme there for that.
Yeah.
Because that's not a good game by any standards whatsoever. The Colts don't have their quarterback, and
It's the Browns.
Yeah, it's the Browns. If anything, this
Colts.
game could end in a tie. See my above text. Okay.
I think it's just gonna be like Colts winning thanks to a safety.
Yeah.
And like the safety's going to happen because of the most stupidest way ever.
Yeah. I think the Colts are going to win. I don't think it's going to be a good game by any stretch to imagine. I think it's just going to be a shit show. It's not going to be great. It won't be good. All right, next game, Dolphins versus the Jets. Speaking of other great games, you got another team with no quarterback versus a team that does have a quarterback. The quarterback's kind of a dick.
I think Dolphins win.
I think the Dolphins are going to win too. I'm not saying that the Dolphins aren't going to win. I'm just saying the quarterback's kind of a dick.
Yeah, he's also
Ryan
not.
Tannehill is a dick. He is now on the list of the podcast.
Isn't the quarterback for the Dolphins? He's injured.
Still, he's a dick.
That's
Jay
fair.
Cutler's not a good quarterback.
He's not bad.
He's not bad. He's just not good either.
Him and Adam Gase will probably make something happen there.
Maybe. Maybe.
Not winning the division, but something will happen with that team.
Yep. All right. Next game is the Texans versus the Patriots. I'm showing my bias again, and I'm gonna say the Patriots win.
You're not showing your bias. You're showing common sense.
It's still bias.
Unless they can clone J.J. Watt and have him play every position,
yeah,
Texans don't have a chance in hell.
No, they don't. I feel bad for Texans because they signed Brock Osweiler to this huge contract, and then he sucked, and so they traded him away. Then
the fucking Browns, and even the Browns didn't want him.
Yep, and the Browns released him. Now he's back with Denver. Way to go, Brock Osweiler. He is a man. How does that happen? Brock, how does that happen?
Like, you have to suck.
So hard.
You have to make a one-handed quarterback look better than you.
I know.
That bad.
Oh, man. They still have DeAndre Hopkins. It's not like they have no weapons whatsoever. Deshaun Watson's not going to help that team out any, though, so...
Yeah.
I'm obviously going to go with Patriots. Why would I go against the Patriots?
We agree on Patriots.
Yeah, because they have more weapons. And their defense isn't that bad.
Yeah.
It's not as good as a couple of years ago, but it's not bad.
Yeah. But Falcons versus Lions.
I gotta go with my boy Tony, and I gotta say the Falcons are gonna beat the Lions just because I think the Meow Meows are just horrible.
They are. I think Falcons will win. I think it'll probably be like 28-10.
Yeah.
And even that's me giving the Lions a lot of credit.
Yep. Absolutely. Next game. Speaking of horrible teams, Giants versus the Eagles.
What the
Eagles?
Like,
and the Eagles are home, so I'm gonna go with Carson Wentz and Nelson Aguilar over OBJ, who's probably still injured, and Eli Manning, who's just the lesser of the two Mannings. Even though he gets the same amount of rings, and he's beaten the Patriots, which Peyton's done once. But I'm still gonna go with the Eagles. I think the Giants have a good shot going 0-16 this year.
Well, so do the Browns.
Yep, that's true. Next game, Seahawks versus Titans. That's an interesting one. I'm gonna go with Seahawks. I'm gonna go with my gut on this one. I'm gonna see the Seahawks beat the Titans.
Yeah.
Titans.
Win.
They have a good quarterback. Titans have a good quarterback in Mariota. He just has no one to throw the ball to, which is sad. They really need to get him some wide receivers there.
They should. They really should.
Yeah.
But I think Seahawks will win as well.
Yep.
But moving on.
Moving on,
Chiefs versus Chargers.
I keep stealing your thing. I'm sorry.
We've actually been alternating.
Okay. Yeah, we have. I'm gonna go with Chargers. I'm going with Los Angeles. They're at home.
Yeah. There won't be anybody to watch it.
No,
but they'll win.
No. Yeah. I mean, the Chiefs proved that week 1 was kind of a fluke for them.
Yeah. But
they won last week too, didn't they?
Chiefs?
Yeah. Did they win? I think they won because in the fourth quarter their Kareem Hunt went off again, so
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
But quick side note, the NFL is already thinking of moving the Chargers back to San Diego.
Oh no, don't do that. I like them where they're at. I like them in LA.
Me too.
This is just a quick thing I want to get out there right now because I had this typed into my notes and everything. The Chiefs and Alex Smith. Chiefs are likely to listen to Alex Smith offers after the season, so he's probably going to be on the trading block for them.
Ooh.
Which is kind of that's kind of a slap in the face to Mr. Smith, who helped them.
I like Alex Smith.
I like him too, but he's not the quarterback of this generation of today, where he can run and throw the ball and blah 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 blah. blah.
And the Chiefs did one last week.
Yeah. Okay. They did or didn't?
They did. 27-20 over the Eagles.
Yeah, they played the Eagles. I mean,
true.
And the Eagles were winning for most of that game, so they kind of had to make a comeback.
Yeah.
All right. You want to take the next one?
Oh, you can take it.
All right. It's the Bengals at the Packers. The Bengals, who have yet to score a touchdown at any point this year, versus the Packers, with Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams and Randall Cobb and all these other guys that he can throw the ball to. It's gonna be the Packers. And I don't
Bengals,
think
please upset the Packers.
I don't think the Bengals are gonna get another touchdown.
A lot. Please.
Find a way they're gonna get another touchdown.
And they do touchdowns.
I don't think they're gonna get another touchdown. I don't think that's gonna happen.
It won't.
No.
If it does, I'd be surprised.
Yeah, well, if it happens, good for them. They made it through 2 games without getting one. At least you got a touchdown this year. Good for you.
Yeah.
That's so sad when you have to say good for you because you got a touchdown so far.
It's not sad, it's just fun.
Yeah.
But,
alright, you got the next one.
Funny. Raiders versus Redskins.
Man, I need Derek Carr to do good this week because I have him in my fantasy football, so I'm going to go with Raiders. I really need him to do good.
I think the Raiders will win. I don't trust the Redskins at all.
You know something? We've agreed on most of these picks, which is, like I said, it's just strange for us to agree on anything.
I know. But perhaps if the games weren't so shitty, we wouldn't agree on them all.
Yeah, that's true.
It's the majority of them.
I think this last game is going to be a divisive one for us.
Yeah.
It's the Cowboys and the Cardinals, and I'm going with the Cowboys on this one. I got Des Bryant on my fantasy team. I need him to do good.
Like Dak Prescott. You know what? It's not that decisive.
Oh, it's not?
No. I'm going with the Cowboys.
Oh.
Just because I may not like them, but I don't think the Cardinals are going to do anything.
I'm not a fan of the Cowboys either. My cousin, who lives up in northern Maine, the furthest point you can get from Dallas, Texas, is a Cowboys fan.
Why?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't think he could tell you either.
He probably just likes the colors.
Maybe, or he just likes the cheerleaders.
Oh, that works too.
Yeah. And that's... Oh, I forgot to... Yeah, that was a Monday night game. I was supposed to say I forgot the Monday night game. That's it. That's the Monday night game. Alright, there's two quick things I want to say before we end this, which I know Ethan's probably banging his head on the keyboard right now, because he hates us. He hates everything about... He hates us. He hates everything about us.
Whatchamacallit? Voodoo doll of the two of us.
Yeah. First thing I just want to get out there, NHL preseason has begun, and that means the start of hockey is upon us. Yay! Yep. A sport that only one of us cared about, and he's no longer here.
Well, I will be watching a lot more hockey.
All right, so you're gonna be the
more, yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna be the NHL guy. Good. We need more of those. I might get my friend on, who's a big NHL guy. I'll see if I can get him on for one podcast that just gives a quick rundown of what's going on in the NHL and stuff like that.
Works for me.
All right.
And I may also cover the Premier Leagues.
All right, you can do that. I like Premier League. I like Premier League action. I like watching Tottenham and Liverpool and Manchester United. Those are my top 3 teams right there. So I'll probably be watching those games. I'm not going to be watching like Crystal Palace versus Chelsea because I could care less about either one of those teams.
I probably will.
All right, good for you. So I'll be on the lookout for more Premier League football, guys.
Yeah.
And the last thing I just want to get out there, it's either Ohio State or Oklahoma State. I can't remember because I just wrote OSU. OSU quarterback Jake Luton is released from the hospital after being knocked unconscious and being stretchered off the field. So he's been released. I don't know if he's going to be back to play football, but he's been released.
Ooh. I hope he gets better. But
there's one more thing. Just keep in mind all those people and sports players, sports athletes, and everything. In lieu of Hurricanes Irma, Maria, and Harvey, and possibly the next one coming up. So just keep those guys in your thoughts. Thoughts and prayers, whatever, and just remember that sports is great and all, but you just gotta remember the human side of the stories and everything. Because these athletes, they're really wonderful people for donating their time, their money, they're basically putting themselves out there just to help these people that are affected by these hurricanes, and I like to just personally say thank you for all that you people do. You make this world a brighter place. Just like Trump's gonna do when he...
Well,
and that's it. And that's it for the podcast. And that's it for the podcast tonight.
I think Ethan hates us.
Thank you all for joining us. If the world doesn't end, we'll be on next week. And just like, comment, subscribe. We're going to be doing more stuff. Be on the lookout for that. We're not going to be part of the Let's Play family reunion because, well, we're not known. We're a bunch of losers. We're a bunch of losers that have no idea what the first step on becoming successful is. So, but, there's always trying.
Obviously, the first step is get money.
Obviously, first step, get money. But thank you all. And that's it for tonight. Say goodnight, Adam.
Joe, if the world ends, I'll see you in hell.
I don't know if I'll be there.
Oh, please. We're all going to be there.
I was invited to a better party.
Lame. That's where the real party is at.
All right. Good night, everyone.
That's it.